Okay, hi grade 7s. We are busy with properties of materials and we are almost at the end. This is going to be our last slide explaining all the properties of materials, and then the last one is going to be like a small test to see what we have learned about the properties of materials. Okay, so let's start for today. We are going to do the definitions. Before we go on, we need to know what the definitions are so that we don't get confused when we see it. Okay, so the first one is a non-renewable. So it has a limited supply and it will run out. So that is like coal. South Africa used the coal for electricity, so as soon as the coal is finished, well, then South Africa has a big problem. Okay, so that is only like one example. We know that South Africa is busy with a new plan to get electricity. So our next one is going to be landfill sites. So a landfill site, we all know, we have seen some of it. So it's a place where the municipal waste is taken to. So the garbage that are collected at our homes are taken to a place and it is being dumped there. So that is called a landfill site. Okay. The third one is aquatic animals. So that is animals that are living in the water, like our fish and our, what do we, penguins also live there. Okay, so we have, and otters. So there is a few animals that we know that live in the water. Okay, so today we are going to do environment impact of plastic and fuel. So there is two that we are going to handle. They are not that long, but we still need to concentrate. Okay, so let's start with our one, and that is the environmental impact of plastic. Okay, so we know plastic are made from polyethylene. Okay, it comes from natural gas and petroleum. These products contribute to the decline of non-renewable natural sources. Plastic can wash into the water where the aquatic animals could eat it and choke to death. Okay, that is why we want to get away from plastic, and that is why everywhere, if you go to the shops, you have to pay for your plastic bag because they want us to use something else. So if you want to pay for it, then that is your choice, but they want to use other options. So rather than throwing away that plastic bag each time, they want you to save it, and when you go to the shopping center again, you need to take that bag with you, buy the things and put it again back in that plastic bag. Okay, so some plastic land on a landfill site where it needs to decompose. And for plastic to decompose, it can take up to 1,000 years for only one plastic bag to decompose. So if you look in your house, how many plastic bags or plastic bottles or anything that is made from plastic, if you need to throw that out, you can guess it's a lot of years before everything will decompose. So that is only in your home. So think about how many people on the earth, and then we get to a lot of years. Okay. So our next one is the environment impact of fuels. So fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas are very important sources of energy. So that is all used for energy. Okay, so the impact that it will have. Coal is used for electricity in South Africa, like I mentioned before. They are busy with something else as well, not only just the heating solar system that they are putting up, but with other ideas as well. Okay, oil is used to make diesel and petrol to power the form of transport. We all know if you want to get from point A to point B, you need some form of transport like a car, a taxi, a train, a bus. Okay, all of those use diesel or petrol. The next one, oil is mined by drilling a well into the rock and pumping the oil. So the oil are found in different places, and as soon as they find the oil, they will drill into that rock to find and pump all the oil. Okay, so most of the rigs that where we found the oil is located in the sea. Natural gas is found near oil and is used as energy sources for cooking and heating, like your gas stove or anything like that. When gas is burned, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide is released, causing air pollution. So that means if you burn something, especially like a tire, you will see it gives you that black smoke, and that smoke is carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, and that is very, very dirty for the air. So as soon as you breathe it in, it can make you sick. So that is why we know Sasol and Metal and all those big companies that is burning stuff, they need to put in certain things inside that burner so that the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide isn't released into the air, because as soon as it is in the air, all the people in Sasolburg, Vereeniging, Vanderbijlpark could get very, very sick from that. So when oil is spilled, it is sent into the habitats of the marine animals, and that could cause the death. So if you take the oil, sometimes we hear on the news that the boats are leaking oil and they need people to go help with the penguins, because oil is a sticky thing. So if it gets on the penguin, for instance, the penguin can't move their flippers, so they can't swim like they would normally do. And with the oil, it will make a layer over the fur so that air can go inside the body, so they will stop breathing and they will die. Okay, so that is why it is very, very bad for marine animals if the oil is spilled in the ocean.